Hello and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the thumbnail, that's a good start. As you can tell by the thumbnail and the title, I am going to be talking about my top 5 favourite Halloween films. Before I start this video, they're probably not what you're going to be expecting. I don't really enjoy watching like horror films. Yeah, I get really uncomfortable watching like certain horror films, like if it's paranormal or the unexpected gets me too much, and you know, I just sit there like this, so there's no point me watching them. So the ones that I have chosen are more enjoyable for me to watch. I can bear them basically, and I thought that I would still do the video anyway, because maybe if someone who maybe doesn't like horror films that much, or you're just interested in my top 5 favourite films, I would like to know yours, so let me know in the comments below. Hope you're having a good Halloween, and yeah, let's just get straight into the video. I'm going to be talking about 3 different categories for each of the different films. So the categories are fun, storyline and scare factor. So the first film is Cabin in the Woods, which is one of my favourite Halloween films to watch. It's just really fun. So obviously the first category anyway is fun, but the whole storyline is just very fun. It's quite like a puzzle in a way. I don't want to give too much away if you do want to watch it and you haven't seen any of these films. It touches on each individual fear, so that's what's really interesting about it, is that it's not just one fear in the film. The storyline, without giving too much away, is friends go on a trip to a cabin in the woods basically, and it then takes a turn as some unknown scientists end up basically making them victims and start testing on their deepest fears, without them knowing that it's actually them that are controlling it. Did that give too much away? Probably. It just touches on each individual fear. Very, very interesting as a film to watch, and it's just one of my favourite films because, I mean, Chris Hemsworth, isn't it? But fear factor for most of these films won't really have a scare factor to them, because obviously, like I said, I don't really like horrors, but they are quite scary in their own way. For the scare factor for this one, obviously it is quite jumpy, I would say, but it's just quite unexpected. There are a few like scare jumps in there. Obviously it touches on loads of individual fears, so that is quite scary in itself. And the characters that they use during the film are quite scary as well. Some CGI, some is the makeup, but that's what makes the film scary. That's my first one, is Cabin in the Woods. Next film, I would say, I'm looking at them like, oh, which one should I choose? So the next one I would say after that would have to be Sweeney Todd. So Sweeney Todd is a classic Tim Burton film. I just love it. Also, it is a musical, so I love musicals anyway, and it's so creepy but also very gruesome. And anything, if I don't like horrors, I like gore. So I like Saw, but I haven't put Saw in this category yet because there's a collection of Saw and I wouldn't be able to choose. I'd have to choose one, and that's hard. I love gore, I just don't like the whole too much of it being jumpy, unexpected, psychological, anything like that. Just really like, it's too much. So for it being fun, obviously it's a musical, which just makes it fun anyway. The musical is just beautiful and fantastic, so that just makes it incredible to watch. It is actually quite comedic as well, so the script is quite funny. It's a serious, but also it's quite just funny anyway. I mean, Johnny Depp is the barber himself and he's brilliant, so he's very comedic during the film, and so are the other characters. So it's just a really fun film to watch during Halloween as well. The storyline of it, if you haven't seen it, obviously it's a barber who goes into London. No, definitely into London. They get revenge on the town. That's all I can say without giving too much away, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful revenge. In terms of scare factor, again, it's not very like scary, like jumpy. It's more just gruesome, gory, like I touched on. It's not really a jumpy film, it's just more just enjoyable. I don't want to have nightmares during Halloween, okay? So that's why I don't really like watching horror films. So yeah. The next one is going to be Monster's House. So this is Monster's House. I don't think Monster House? Monster's House. you'll tell by the picture. If you haven't seen this film, it's an animation. Now if you're thinking, how is that scary? It's scary to me. In terms of a bit of fun factor, it's an animation, which just makes it fun in general anyway, and it's very nostalgic. Like, some parts in this film just make me think of my childhood, what I would be like in this situation, what me and my friends would be like in this situation, and it's quite funny just to imagine that in your head if you're looking at this and you're thinking, this was me when I was young. It's a very fun film to watch anyway. In terms of the storyline, it's a boy investigates a neighbour's house, without giving too much away, and him and his mates, they all investigate it and they end up finding the truth about this house that looks very haunted and very scary. So it's a good film to watch. In terms of scare factor, again, there's a little few jump scares. They're not really like big, it's just maybe like, because it's animation, doesn't really have that effect on me as much as it would like something that's not animated and actually like oh my god, why can I not think of it? Not real life, that's not the right word. Real life. Oh my god. Gone up my head, like most words do. Something that's not animated, it doesn't scare me, like that scares me more than an animated film if I had to watch it. But due to the animation, this is where the scare factor comes in, because it's very creepy. Like, the characters are very creepy, the music's creepy, just the animation in a whole is very creepy to watch. During Halloween, that's why it's in my top 5, because it's one of those films that's just like, oh, that's creepy. And then I've got 2 more films, so the next one would have to be Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead. So, very hilarious. It's very hilarious. So in terms of fun factor, it's very comedic throughout the whole film, I think. But it's also fun to watch because it's very realistic to an everyday life. This is what it would be like if a zombie apocalypse happened on Earth. Very realistic, which I like about it, and this is why I just love watching it during Halloween, because it's just hilarious. The storyline is a man wakes up to a zombie apocalypse that has happened, doesn't realise it straight away, but he also takes it into his own hands to just protect his friends and family from this zombie apocalypse that has happened on Earth. So it's a very, very funny film. Definitely would recommend it if you just want to laugh during Halloween. The scare factor, again, it's not that scary in terms of being creepy, scary, unsettling, anything like that. There's a few maybe unexpected jump scares like there are in most horror films, Halloween films. It's just a funny film, I would say. It's not really that scary. It's more of the makeup of that might be it's a little bit gruesome, I would say. It's not really that scary, it's just fun. And the last film that we're going to talk about is Coraline. Yeah, so Coraline's very creepy, to me anyway. Fun factor of it though, it's obviously animation, again like Monsters House, and that makes it just fun to watch. It's creepy though. Very creepy. It has a magical, whimsical touch to it. That's what I do like about it. If you had any imagination friends, or imaginary friends even, or you just quite were imaginative, this is a good film to watch in terms of nostalgic. The storyline is a girl finds a secret door in a house, and she goes through the door and ends up making her fall into a alternate reality to her life. That's it. Without giving too much away, that's what happens in the film. In terms of scare factor, it's very creepy. It's just so weird. The animation and the dark concept of this film makes it so unsettling and creepy and just so weird. That's what makes it good. But yeah, those are my 5 top films during Halloween. Obviously I do enjoy other films like Final Destination, Saw, Escape Room, Quiet Place. There's loads of other films that I do enjoy, but during Halloween I'd rather sleep at night than not sleep at night. So I've gone for ones that I actually enjoy watching during Halloween. Yeah, you can have a laugh at the same time as maybe being a bit scared. But yeah, I'm just not one of those that enjoy watching that enjoy watching a pure horror film. I just find it so unsettling. I can't enjoy it. It's just not enjoyable. I'm there constantly like this, like just peeking through my hands, like waiting for something to jump out, and then nothing does, so I relax and then something does, and no. Yeah, these are my top 5 These are my top 5 favourite Halloween films that I would choose. Tell me in the comments below what yours are, and also you can subscribe by clicking this button here or by pressing my face at the end of this video. I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and enjoy Halloween, and I will see you soon with another video. Have a good day. Bye.